Several years ago, Tesco adopted situational leadership as our foundational management philosophy. We then developed the leadership training programs TEAM and TAML to teach situational leadership to lower and mid-level managers within our company. We now believe that we have sufficient critical mass of leaders trained in situational leadership that we should begin aligning the principles of situational leadership with our performance management systems. This alignment will be visible in two very obvious changes that you will notice for this year's goal-setting process. Fortunately, these changes also serve to simplify and streamline the process for all affected leaders. First, situational leadership at its core stresses that one of the primary functions of any manager or supervisor is to develop their direct reports. To do this, leaders must set goals for their direct reports and then, based on the employee's level of competence and motivation, provide the appropriate mix of direction and/or support. To align our goal setting with this principle, we are no longer asking employees to write their own goals. We now want supervisors to determine goals for their employees based on how they need to be developed. Of course, managers will want to review these goals with their direct reports before finalizing in order to make sure that they are motivating, attainable, and relevant. Using a single click within Halogen, managers will also be able to link goals to corporate, business unit, or functional goals in order to make goals relevant to all employees. Watch your email for a work instruction explaining how to do this. Once the manager has entered the goals into Halogen, the goals will be reviewed to ensure that they meet the SMART standard. Goals not meeting the standard will be returned to the author with suggested edits to make them smarter. More information about writing SMART goals will come in the final video link you receive in just a couple days. The second change involves reporting on the status of our goals. In the first video you watched about this year's goal-setting process, you learned about research indicating that people who are held responsible for their goals by having to regularly report progress towards attaining the goals were much more likely to succeed in reaching their goals. Situational leadership champions the need for regular goal review using the phrase, delegate but don't abdicate. To align our goal-setting process with this core philosophy, we are asking employees to update the status of their goals in Halogen. A work instruction has been created to give everyone a step-by-step guide on how to do this, and it will be included in the email we talked about earlier. Also, we have incorporated a mid-cycle goal review to the process. Specifically, sometime in June or July, employees will meet with their managers to report on their progress towards meeting their goals. Following, or even during this meeting, managers will document the meeting in Halogen. There is one last change that you will see, but it won't affect how you do goal setting. Goals should have a due date of November 15th, 2015 or sooner. Because while goals will not be directly tied to bonuses or other direct forms of compensation this year, the goal-setting process will be aligned with the performance appraisal process, which will open soon after November 15th. Remember, for any manager to award an appraisal score of an A, or clearly outstanding, to any direct report, that person should have achieved at least 2 documented goals. In order to achieve an appraisal score of a B, or exceeds expectations, an individual should have achieved at least 1 documented goal.